For years, fans have speculated, shipped, and stirred the pot. But now, for the first time ever, Tony Mcgill, Caitiriona Balfe's husband, is finally breaking his silence. What does he really think about the undeniable chemistry between Caitiriona and her on-screen co-star Sam Heughan? Today, we're diving into the unexpected, the emotional, and the unfiltered truth straight from Tony himself. For nearly a decade, fans of Outlander have been captivated by the electrifying chemistry between Caitiriona Balfe and Sam Heughan. Their portrayal of Claire and Jamie Fraser has transcended the screen, launching a wave of speculation, fan theories, and even rumors about a possible off-screen romance. Through it all, Caitiriona's real-life husband, Tony Mcgill, has remained a figure of mystery, often seen but rarely heard. Until now, in a rare and candid moment, Tony Mcgill has broken his silence, speaking out publicly for the first time about the attention surrounding his wife and her co-star. While fiercely private by nature, McGill's decision to address the topic comes after years of swirling tabloid chatter and fan-fueled debates about the real story behind Balfe and Heughan's undeniable connection. Caitiriona Balfe and Sam Heughan first appeared as the star-crossed lovers of Outlander in 2014. From the first episode, fans were enthralled by their fiery chemistry, their effortless rapport, and the raw emotional depth they brought to their roles. Whether sharing a quiet moment of intimacy or surviving chaos on the battlefield, the pair became synonymous with romance and resilience. That kind of on-screen magic doesn't come around often, and it didn't go unnoticed by fans. From Tumblr pages to Reddit threads to endless YouTube compilations, the Sam-Kate fandom emerged, with many insisting the spark viewers saw wasn't just acting. But behind the camera, Caitiriona was quietly building a life with Tony Mcgill, a music producer from Ireland. The couple kept a low profile, eventually marrying in a private ceremony in 2019. While Balfe acknowledged her relationship in brief interviews, Mcgill remained out of the public eye, never addressing the speculation, never offering his perspective. Why speak now? So what changed? According to insiders, Mcgill's recent decision to open up comes not from anger or frustration, but from love and clarity. There's always been a deep respect between Tony and Caitiriona for each other's space, including the limelight, a source close to the couple shared. But over time, Tony saw how persistent and even toxic some of the speculation became. He felt it was time to calmly but honestly set the record straight. In his brief but impactful comments, Mcgill didn't lash out or point fingers. Instead, he acknowledged what many have long said: the chemistry between Caitiriona and Sam is real. But it's also professional. They're incredible actors, Mcgill said, according to a trusted outlet. What they bring to the screen is a testament to their talent and their bond as co-stars. I see the same magic you all see. But I also know the line between art and real life. And I've never once felt threatened by it. Mcgill went on to describe Heughan in generous terms, calling him a kind, generous guy, and crediting him with helping Outlander become the success it is. There's never been rivalry, no awkwardness, he said. In fact, I'm grateful Sam and Kate have each other as scene partners. It's rare to find that kind of trust and rhythm on screen. It makes the show better. It makes her happy in her work. And that matters to me. Mcgill also addressed how challenging it's been to watch his wife endure invasive questions and assumptions about her personal life. She's an artist. She deserves to be recognized for her work, not reduced to gossip or fantasy, he stated. That's part of why I've stayed quiet. But silence doesn't always help. While neither Balfe nor Heughan has ever confirmed anything beyond a deep friendship, both have occasionally touched on how the rumors affect their dynamic. In a past interview, Balfe described the speculation as flattering in a strange way, but also noted it could be disrespectful to real relationships. Now, with Mcgill's words adding a new layer to the conversation, fans may finally gain a clearer picture, one not of scandal or hidden romance, but of professionalism, respect, and boundaries. For someone who has spent so much time outside the spotlight, Tony Mcgill's comments were measured, thoughtful, and grounded. He didn't speak to fan theories, he spoke to reality. His reality. I love her, he concluded. I trust her. And I support the incredible work she's done with Sam, because it's just that, work. Beautiful, moving, world-class work. But work all the same. In an industry where drama often spills over from script to real life, it's refreshing to hear from someone who doesn't seek attention, only understanding. Tony Mcgill's quiet dignity may not silence every rumor, but it certainly reframes the conversation. Instead of fueling gossip, he offers something far more powerful: perspective. And in doing so, he reminds fans that real love isn't always loud, or performative, or online. Sometimes it's steady, unseen, and quietly enduring. After nearly a decade of captivating audiences as Claire Fraser in the internationally beloved historical fantasy series Outlander, Caitiriona Balfe is embarking on a new cinematic journey, this time trading 18th-century Scotland for the formidable slopes of Mount Everest. The acclaimed Irish actress is set to star in Tenzing, an upcoming Apple Original Films production that recounts the awe-inspiring true story of Sherpa Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary's historic ascent to the summit of the world's highest mountain. As Balfe steps out of the iconic shoes of Claire, the intelligent, headstrong World War II nurse who finds herself transported back in time, she joins an ensemble cast that includes Marvel stars Tom Hiddleston and Willem Dafoe. Directed by Jennifer P. Dom, known for her gripping 2015 documentary Sherpa, the film promises a grounded yet emotionally expansive exploration of resilience, ambition, and the often overlooked stories behind world-changing triumphs. For fans of Outlander, this marks a poignant transition. Season 8 of the Starz series is currently in post-production, and it will officially bring the beloved saga, based on Diana Gabaldon's best-selling novels, to a close. The show has been an emotional, cultural, and personal journey for Balfe, one that transformed her from a relative newcomer into a household name and award-nominated actress. Outlander has garnered a devoted fanbase over the years, in no small part due to Balfe's consistently nuanced portrayal of Claire, a character whose strength, empathy, and complexity has been a cornerstone of the show's success. But Balfe's casting in Tenzing signals the beginning of something new, not just for her career trajectory, but for how audiences will come to see her versatility beyond time-traveling drama. In Tenzing, Balfe takes on the role of Jill Henderson, a close friend and expedition organizer, whose behind-the-scenes contributions were vital to the success of the Everest mission. While the spotlight of the narrative will primarily shine on Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary, played by real-life acting powerhouses Hiddleston and Dafoe, Balfe's character is more than just a footnote. Jill Henderson's efforts were instrumental in coordinating logistics and rallying support for the Everest expedition, especially within the Sherpa community, whose tireless work has too often been eclipsed in Western narratives. Balfe's embodiment of this role brings with it layers of promise. As an actress celebrated for her intelligence and emotional authenticity, Balfe has a proven ability to inhabit real women in ways that balance historical accuracy with modern resonance. From Ford v Ferrari to Belfast, she has demonstrated her range, always managing to ground her performances in a truth that connects across time, genre, and context. In Tenzing, this skill will be crucial, especially given director Jennifer Pedom's commitment to portraying Sherpa experiences with dignity and accuracy. Pedom's first-hand experience with the Sherpa community gives her a unique lens through which to approach the narrative, and Balfe's presence suggests that the film will honor the quieter heroes of this legendary story. There's also a symbolic beauty in this casting. As Claire Fraser, Balfe portrayed a woman who frequently found herself in foreign, hostile terrains, relying on intellect, grit, and compassion to navigate each new challenge. In Jill Henderson, we find echoes of that same spirit, a woman behind the curtain who helped orchestrate history. While the role may not be as central as Claire, it is no less impactful. It represents a shift for Balfe, from leading the action on-screen to empowering the events from within the narrative fabric. For Balfe herself, this project likely comes as both a relief and a challenge. After years of embodying a single character, and carrying the emotional and physical demands of a sprawling historical drama, she is free to explore new landscapes, both literal and artistic. Her fans, fiercely loyal and highly engaged, are already buzzing with anticipation. Many have expressed support for Balfe's post-Outlander journey, seeing it as an exciting chance for her to shine in diverse genres and formats. And while there may be an understandable grief attached to the closing of the Outlander chapter, it is softened by the knowledge that Balfe's next roles promise depth, authenticity, and continued excellence. Outlander itself has long walked the line between romantic escapism and deeply rooted storytelling. From political intrigue in Jacobite Scotland to emotional reckonings in colonial America, the series has allowed Balfe to flex an expansive emotional range. That same range will undoubtedly be an asset in Tenzing, particularly as she steps into a story grounded not in fantasy, but in human perseverance and cross-cultural unity. What makes Tenzing especially noteworthy is not just the dramatic potential of the source material, but the clear care being taken with its execution. The inclusion of Tom Hiddleston and Willem Dafoe brings not only star power, but a pedigree of performance that raises expectations. Hiddleston's thoughtful, restrained charisma seems a natural fit for the soft-spoken yet determined Hillary, while Dafoe's intense precision will likely elevate Colonel John Hunt, the British Army officer who led the 1953 British Everest expedition. Against this formidable trio, Balfe stands as a necessary balancing presence, grounding the story with emotional warmth and logistical clarity. Jill Henderson's real-life contributions underscore how success on Everest was not merely a physical feat, but a coordinated effort requiring diplomacy, trust, and community understanding. It's also worth noting the significance of Apple Original Films backing this project. With increasing competition in the prestige film space, Apple's involvement suggests that Tenzing is being positioned as a major award season contender. Their support of high-caliber films like Coda and Killers of the Flower Moon reflects a growing ambition to tell stories that are both globally relevant and artistically resonant. That Balfe is now stepping into such a platform is a strong vote of confidence in her continued stardom. Meanwhile, the looming arrival of Outlander's final season adds an emotional weight to Balfe's transition. For longtime viewers, Claire Fraser has been a character of comfort, challenge, and catharsis. Watching her step into a new role, one tied to real-world triumphs and grounded historical stakes, may feel like a bittersweet goodbye to the fantastical but beloved world of Outlander. Yet it is also a powerful testament to growth, both for Balfe and for the kinds of stories audiences are hungry to see. What remains certain is that Caitiriona Balfe is not fading into the background. If anything, she is ascending to new heights, literally and metaphorically. Tenzing is more than just a film about mountains. It's about the unseen labor behind every great victory, the quiet courage of support roles, and the interconnectedness of global achievement. With her poise, talent, and authenticity, Balfe is the perfect actor to bring this kind of story to life. As filming for Tenzing continues and promotional material begins to emerge, there is little doubt that anticipation will only grow. Whether you've followed Balfe since her early days, discovered her through Outlander, or appreciated her voice work in The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, one thing is clear: her story as an actress is still unfolding. And this next chapter might just be her most remarkable yet. In a move that has caught fans and industry insiders alike by surprise, Starz has announced the early renewal of Outlander. Blood of My Blood, the much-anticipated prequel to the long-running historical drama Outlander. The decision comes a full month before the prequel's premiere, signaling Starz's overwhelming confidence in the spin-off and its potential to carry forward one of the most iconic franchises in premium television history. While early renewals are not entirely unheard of, they're rare, especially for a show that hasn't yet premiered a single episode. But in the case of Blood of My Blood, it seems the show's pedigree, storytelling promise, and loyal global fanbase were more than enough to warrant a second season before audiences even meet the new cast. Set to begin streaming on Starz on August 8th, Outlander. Blood of My Blood will tell the dual love stories of Ellen McKenzie and Brian Fraser, the parents of Jamie Fraser, and Julia Morriston and Henry Beecham, the parents of Claire Beecham. These two parallel narratives unfold across two vastly different historical landscapes: the Scottish Highlands of the 18th century and the battle-scarred backdrop of World War I-era England. Though separated by centuries and conflicts, both stories are rooted in the kind of passionate, against-the-odds romance that has made Outlander a cultural juggernaut since its 2014 debut. What's particularly remarkable about this prequel is its structural ambition. Rather than focusing on one era, Blood of My Blood splits its narrative between two timelines, drawing connections between generations while exploring how love endures and evolves under the weight of war, duty, and societal expectations. In doing so, The show not only expands the universe of Outlander but deepens the mythology behind two of its most beloved characters, Jamie and Claire, by shining a light on the relationships that shaped them long before their own fateful meeting. Fans of the original series will be thrilled to know that this project remains in the hands of Matthew B. Roberts, the showrunner who has helped guide Outlander through some of its most emotionally rich and narratively complex seasons. Roberts, who also serves as executive producer for the prequel, expressed his excitement in a statement released alongside the renewal news. The passion and talent our cast and crew have poured into Outlander. Blood of My Blood has been extraordinary, and we're thrilled to continue these epic love stories in Season 2. Just as audiences fell in love with Jamie and Claire, we hope viewers will be enamored by these new couples when they meet them this summer. With filming for Season 2 already underway in Scotland, the early renewal also highlights the confidence that Starz and its production partners at Sony Pictures Television have in the series' long-term appeal. The timing of the announcement, a full month ahead of the series' debut, is strategic. It not only builds buzz but also signals to fans that the world of Outlander is far from finished, even as the flagship series prepares to bow out after its 8th and final season. The cast of Blood of My Blood brings fresh faces to the Outlander universe. Harriet Slater, known for her performances in Pennyworth and Belgravia, The Next Chapter, will take on the role of Ellen Mackenzie, Jamie Fraser's mother, a woman whose legend loomed large throughout the original series, but who never appeared on screen. Opposite her, Jamie Roy steps into the role of Brian Fraser, Jamie's father, whose quiet strength and fierce loyalty were often recalled by his son. Meanwhile, Hermione Corfield, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and Jeremy Irvine, Warhorse Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, will portray Claire's parents, Julia Morriston and Henry Beecham, navigating love and loss in the trenches and turmoil of World War I. These casting choices reflect the producers' intent to tell new stories that still resonate with the emotional core of Outlander. The goal is not to replicate Jamie and Claire, but rather to honor the lineage of their love by showcasing the men and women who shaped their values, beliefs, and inner strength. Ellen and Brian's romance, set in the politically charged Highlands, promises sweeping vistas, cultural clashes, and tribal tensions. Julia and Henry's story, in contrast, will lean into the chaos and tragedy of the early 20th century, exploring how love survives amidst the horror of war and the rapid modernization of the world. At the helm, director and executive producer Kate Cheeseman, whose previous credits include Call the Midwife and Victoria, will bring a distinctly British period drama sensibility to the series. Combined with the experienced Outlander production team, the result is expected to blend the visual grandeur fans have come to expect with a new level of emotional intimacy and historical realism. Starz' head of programming, Catherine Busby, also weighed in on the renewal, praising the direction of the franchise and its ability to evolve without losing its essence. The world of Outlander has captivated audiences with its sweeping storytelling and unforgettable characters. With Blood of My Blood, we've expanded the universe in a way that honors the original, while charting bold new territory. Fans, longtime and new, will be drawn to the powerful love stories at the heart of this next chapter. She also credited the ongoing success of the franchise to the tireless work of Sony and the series creators. We're proud to continue building on the franchise's legacy with Matt and our longtime partners at Sony, who have worked tirelessly to make Outlander the global phenomenon it has become. Indeed, the Outlander franchise has become more than just a TV series. It's a cultural institution. From global fan conventions and best-selling novels to merchandise, tours of Scottish filming locations, and dedicated social media communities, the show has built an empire that few cable dramas can rival. And with Blood of My Blood, Starz is making it clear that they intend to keep that empire growing. It's also worth noting that the decision to launch a dual-timeline prequel is rare in today's television landscape. While spin-offs are common, few attempt the kind of narrative parallelism and historical ambition that Blood of My Blood promises. This move not only sets the series apart from other period dramas, but reaffirms the franchise's commitment to depth over spectacle. These aren't just love stories. They're political, cultural, and generational stories, meant to reflect how identity and emotion shape each other through time. For fans still grieving the upcoming end of the original Outlander series, This news comes as both a bomb and a burst of anticipation. It suggests that while Jamie and Claire's time on screen may be winding down, their world, and the stories that gave rise to them, is far from over. In fact, Blood of My Blood offers something even more precious: the opportunity to fall in love with Outlander all over again from the very beginning. The series is also poised to draw in a new audience. Viewers who may not have followed Outlander from the start, but who are drawn to the cinematic beauty, rich characters, and emotional storytelling it's known for. With a cast of young, rising actors, and a structure that doesn't require previous knowledge of the franchise, Blood of My Blood is perfectly positioned to welcome new fans while delighting the devoted. And while much of the early attention has focused on the show's romantic arcs, Blood of My Blood also has the potential to explore broader themes: colonialism, gender roles, generational trauma, and the human cost of empire. These are themes that Outlander touched upon throughout its run, sometimes controversially, often powerfully, and the prequel provides an opportunity to revisit them through a new lens. As August 8th draws closer, anticipation will only grow. And with Season 2 already in production, the creative team has the rare luxury of long-term planning. They can weave more intricate arcs, plant deeper seeds, and let characters evolve at a pace that honors their emotional depth. In the end, this early renewal is more than a show of corporate confidence. It's a declaration, a promise that the world Outlander built, of passion, peril, and time-spanning love, still has stories to tell. And if the legacy of Jamie and Claire is anything to go by, the story of Ellen, Brian, Julia, and Henry is only just beginning.